everybody, last week I showed you how to use yoga blocks to bring the floor to you. Today we're going to use yoga straps to work opening up a little bit deeper both in the chair and on the floor. So let's start by grabbing your yoga strap. We're going to have it shoulder width, so not wide quite yet, just shoulder width. And then you're going to take your arms up. Once you get your arms as high as your body can bring them, I want you to pull the strap like you want to rip the strap into two pieces. This provides a pretty good engagement. You should be feeling it. Now, try not to grip so much through the hands as you are engaging the biceps and the triceps. Take a breath and then lower the strap. Okay, that's a perfect way just to get some extension. Now, we're gonna take the strap and make it a little bit wider. We don't want it to be like flopping in a noodle. We want it to be pretty tight, but not white knuckle tight. Take your arms high to the sky. Notice you've created a little bit of space there, and then pull the strap again, and being mindful not to flare your ribs out so the ribs draw in as we engage biceps, triceps, and a little bit of muscles around the shoulders. You should even feel your deltoid here a little bit. Take a breath and then lower the strap. Let's take it as wide as your arms can reach without it being a floppy noodle. So up we go, big and wide. Ready? Pull the strap like you mean business. Okay, engage bicep, tricep, deltoid. Beautiful. Take a breath and then lower the strap. Now we're gonna keep the strap wide, but we're gonna reach it back up, and then watch what happens here. We're gonna tip over to one side. Pull the strap like you mean it, so the arm that's up should feel a stretch through the armpit into the pec muscle. Pull the strap like you mean it, come back up, and then drop to the other side. Pull like you mean it, pull, pull, pull. My right hand is almost vertical to the ceiling. My left hand, keep it straight. I noticed I was bending. Up we go. And then lower it. Just let your hands wiggle them a little bit. We're gonna come back to that middle place, more like the letter Y. Arms are gonna go up. This is a fun one, especially if you have tight shoulders, but remember our shoulder is a ball in a socket. If you have a very tight socket, your ball's not gonna be able to get around it. If you have a shallow socket, you're gonna have much more mobility in the shoulder. There's not a stretch or an exercise you can do to change the bones. It is what it is. So do your best here. We're gonna have them like a Y shape. Arms go up. I turn so you can see what we're gonna do. We're gonna go behind and above. Now, if you have a very tight cup, you're not gonna go very far. If you have a shallow cup, you're gonna be able to reach back. Either one is perfect. You are perfectly perfect just as you are. Feel that through the chest. It's a nice extension of the spine. We're getting an arch, and it feels amazing. One more. And then lower it. Now come back to the very first space that we had with it straight from the shoulder. We're gonna spin around, rotating the spine. Once you get as far as you can go, pull the strap like you mean business. Come back around, pull the strap, and come back. Now we can certainly do some of these movements without a strap. We can reach up, we can bend, but when we're putting that little bit of tension on the strap, we engage more muscles, and in a sense, we lengthen more muscles, we create more space in the muscles, and that just feels good. Also twisting. By giving a little bit of tension on that twist, we engage more of our core and definitely keep the arms working. Now let's move to the legs. Okay, so we're gonna start with them in a seated position. I'm just gonna turn slightly. Hook the strap over one foot. Okay, now I'm not using the back of my chair because I've turned sideways. I'm gonna lean back and look at that extension I can get. Now, were I to not use a strap, lean back, extension, I'm using more of my core for sure, but for this particular movement, I wanna find a stretch in the back of my leg. So by using the strap, I'm using my arms and I'm taking my core out of it, and I'm able to push through my heel and get a really nice stretch. Now, I have the strap just looped over my index finger. I'm gonna draw a slow circle. This will be very hard for me to do without the use of my arms. I'm just letting the strap be supported by my arms, and I'm guiding my leg around, taking a lot of the core muscles out, but that's not what this movement's for. This movement is for lengthening the backs of the legs. Yeah? Bend your knee. Straighten and push. Press through the heel. Do you feel that? It's so good. Perfect. Now, that's one way that you can use the strap for the upper body and the lower body. I'm going to show you what you can do on the floor. All right, so let me show you how you use the strap if you choose to be on the floor. So you're going to put the strap over your right foot and come on down. Left knee is going to stay bent. Now again, the strap is just slightly looped over my right index finger, so I'm not gripping super tight. My elbows are down on the floor. And then once I get set, I'm going to straighten the left leg, push through the right heel, and feel that nice length. Just like we did in the chair, move your leg in a slow circle, letting your arms kind of drive the leg around, okay? Should feel amazing. Reverse your circles. And then turn your toes externally. Okay, so like a little ballerina, tick-tock those toes out. And again, circles. Should feel slightly different with that external rotation of the hip. And reverse. And then hold here. Okay, my leg wants to be bent, so I'm going to lower it until it can remain straight. And then push through the heel. Push, push, push. Heel to the sky, toes to the nose, and then use the hands to put some tension on the strap. Keep the leg straight and bring it towards the ceiling. Now with a little bit of time and a little bit of practice, because I haven't done this in a long time, my leg does not want to be super straight. So we start where we are, accept where we are, and then use our breath and use the guidance. So I'm not yanking and pulling and saying to my leg, you better get over here fast. I'm just letting my breath and just some slight invitations for the leg to become straighter and more vertical. That's it. It's so nice to use a strap to help open the body. And these are just some of the tools that you can use when you're looking for deepening your yoga practice, adjusting your yoga practice, if you're recovering from an injury, just to fine tune some of the sensations that we have in our body by using blocks or yoga straps. Next time I see you, we'll be using the wall to get into some of our yoga poses. Have a great day. Take care.